Good morning, students. Today's topic is joint Hindu family business. So, what is the meaning of joint Hindu family business? It is that kind of business which is run by persons belonging to the same family, and they run business as family business, or we can say it is a group of person whose ancestor is same. And under joint Hindu family business, unmarried daughters and wives are also included. The business is managed by the senior most member of the family, and the member is known as the Karta, Mukhya, or the manager. All the members have an equal share in the property of the family, irrespective of age of member. Under these kinds of businesses, the liability of the Karta is unlimited and the liability of all other members is limited to the extent of their share. So, what are the features of joint Hindu family business? First one is operations according to Hindu law. Joint Hindu family business works according to Hindu laws. The rights and duties of the members are decided by this law. Second one is management by Karta. The joint Hindu family business is managed by the senior most member of the family, known as Karta or Mukhya. Every business contract needs prior approval of the Karta. Limited liability. The liability of all the members except Karta is limited to the extent of their share in the property. So their personal properties will not be used for the business responsibilities, whereas the liability of Karta is unlimited. His properties, personal properties, will also be utilized to discharge his business responsibilities. Fourth one is permanent existence. Existence of joint Hindu family business is permanent. There is no effect of death or insolvency of the member. In case of death of Karta, the next eldest member will become the Karta. Fifth one is membership by birth. Under joint Hindu family business, a child gets a right in the property with his birth. There is no need of any kind of contract to become the member of the business. Next one is only male members. Under joint Hindu family business, only male members are allowed to share the ancestral property of the business. But according to Hindu Succession Act 1956, a woman can also share the property in case the death of her husband, and in the absence of any male successor, she can become the co-partner of the family. Last one is registration. There is no need of any kind of registration of joint Hindu family business. So it is very easy to establish the business. Next one is merits of joint Hindu family business. First one is it is easy to start. Since there is no need of any legal formalities or any legal documents, these kinds of business are easy to set up. Secrecy. Under joint Hindu family business, all the important facts regarding business transactions remained with the Karta only. So the secrecy can be maintained under joint Hindu family business. Next is direct contact with the customer. Karta of joint Hindu family business comes in direct contact with his customer. Therefore, he has a full knowledge about the likings, preferences, and fashion of the customer. So it helps the Karta in planning the business activities. Next one is prompt decision. Since all the decisions regarding businesses are taken by Karta, he is also benefited by the prompt decision making. because he does not need to consult anybody for any kind of decision. Next one is direct relationship between effort and consideration. Since all the profits made under joint Hindu family business are pocketed by Karta himself, so he is encouraged to put more efforts so that he can earn more profits. Last one is advantage of inheritable quality. Joint Hindu family business is handed over by one generation to other, and the members of family continue to maintain the old traditions of the family. So they get benefits of ancestral reputation of the business. Next is limitations of joint Hindu family business. First one is limited resources. The resources of joint Hindu family business are limited. This reduces the power of competition in business. So in case if the Karta is interested to expand the size of business, then he will not be able to expand due to the limited resources of a business. Limited managerial skills. As we know, all the activities in joint Hindu family business are done by the Karta himself. He decides what kind of products to be sold, to whom the product is to be sold, and the decisions regarding production and marketing are also taken by the Karta. And we know that a single person is not capable of managing all the activities efficiently. So his decisions suffer from lack of managerial skills. Unlimited liabilities. The liability of Karta under joint Hindu family business is unlimited. So in case of heavy losses, his personal properties will be used to discharge the business liabilities. Disadvantage from centralization of power. The joint Hindu family business is based on a mutual cooperation. The Karta has the absolute power of taking business decisions. Sometimes he misuses this power, which leads to the loss of love and goodwill among other members of the family. And the last one is lack of cooperation from members. Generally, it has been observed that the members of the family are interested in increasing their individual property rather than taking care of the family business. So, it results in the lack of cooperation from the other members of the family, and in that case, the business has to suffer losses due to lack of cooperation. So, these were the merits and limitations of a joint Hindu family business.